I shared a post recently about how I like to approach developing code snippets or solutions for people. And I really think a lot of you need to take note of this, especially if you're hooking your AI via APIs or tokens into WordPress, like with Nova Mirror or any other solution out there. It's very easy to kind of have an idea for what you want to create or develop, and you create a super prompt and you stick it into whatever AI you're using, and you then just wait for it to give you the answer. And it might give you a really wonderful, amazing big answer, and then you have to start re-prompting to hone it in. And you can easily expend or overuse your tokens, all your time and your patience, and you can get quite frustrated. Here's how I like to work. In the old days, I would start off with, here's what I want to achieve, and I would spell all of it out. And we're talking a couple of years ago now, maybe even 3 years ago when ChatGPT first showed its face. But a couple of years ago, I changed my approach. And this is the approach I use now, to this day. And it is one approach that has not let me down. What you want to do is kind of list out as best as possible what you're trying to achieve. And this is on paper or in another document somewhere. And then you might use AI to break it down into stages. Either you know what the stages are, or you'll say to AI, break these down into manageable stages. Where should we start? Really, really basic. If you do that, and then you work with AI or any other solution to build out what you're trying to achieve, you're going to get there in a much more, what's the word? You're going to get there in a much more structured, formalized manner. So if you have stage one, let's say you want to develop something and there's 11 stages. Stage one is to do a really, really basic thing, like add an item into the WordPress menu sidebar called XYZ, and it's going to give you a pane that will allow you to set a few things. Once you get that snippet or that bit of code or however it gives it to you, go and stick it into your testing website, and now you can check it. And you know exactly what you're checking. In fact, I even say when I do use AI, and I use ChatGPT a lot. I know a lot of people use Claude or Perplexity or other solutions, but ChatGPT works really well for me. And I'm not even using the codex either. I'm just using standard ChatGPT plus $20 a month. So I will say stage one, this is what I want to achieve and this is what I want you to do. And I will then also say, also give me step-by-step instructions of how I can test that this has been fully delivered. I know what I need to test, but it will again drum home to me, right, check this, check that, XYZ. And sometimes it pulls up things that I didn't even consider checking or think about checking in this particular way. And then when you know it's working, you then go, right, now let's approach stage two. And often what I do is I will either re-import the latest code or whatever it's got stored. I will move on to stage two. And it could take me a couple of weeks. I'm not lying here, okay? I've got other things to do, but it might take me a couple of weeks to work through my stage 11 plan. But I'm not rushing it. And I'm doing it step by step. And when you approach a lot of things like this, when you are trying to develop something, you will get there. And the great thing is that if it then falls over, you can then go back a step, or you've already, like, look, what I do is ChatGPT is I will say, provide me the latest update. In fact, I will say, patch this fully as an all-in-one downloadable PHP. And then what happens is when I open Code Snippets up, I will go add new snippet and I drag it in. Because once it's downloaded, because what it creates the PHP and you click download and it downloads it to my hard drive, right? And then I drag it into the empty pane for the code snippet and it literally is there. I don't have to import it, I just drag it in. And it means that I've got copies. Obviously deactivate the other versions of code snippets. You don't want to, otherwise it will fall over if you have the same thing touching the same thing all activated at the same time. You get what I mean. But I'll have the change log, won't I? And I'll have notes as to what I did, and it's all on ChatGPT as well. So I know stage 5 was this. What happens if you do stage 5 and it's not perfect? And now stage 6, what do you do? Do you go back to stage 5? No, you just say patch this fully as version 5A, 5B. And you always ensure you know what the difference between 5A and 5B was. And if you approach it like that, when you're trying to do something, you will massively surprise yourself. like this appointment booking snippet that I'm building out. And by the time I release this video, I've probably already built it out. And let me know in the comments what you thought of it, or not what you thought of it, depending on if I released it by the time this video comes out. But I would have worked through it step by step. And I'm literally at the stage right now where I'm now doing the PayPal functionality. First, I wanted to get all the settings and stuff done, built out, and how it works and how it shouldn't work. Now I'm building out the PayPal. And once that's working, I'll move on to the next stage, which will be the front end styling. No, I said that wrong. The back end styling. So what you see in admin, how I want things presented. Then I'll move on to the front end styling and how can the user manipulate or change the fonts or the colors or the border radii and all of these things. Because it's really easy. And I know this is a long video and I'm sorry about this, but it's really easy to create a super prompt. In fact, what was it? Caffeine, the app builder, or loads of solutions out there. Even Lovable, you could argue, loads of things. A lot of people, they start off with this super prompt of what they want to achieve, or even a mini prompt, and then they just hope and pray that the AI is going to deliver what they had in their mind. And then they'll get it, and they'll either go, I'll just accept what I got, because I don't really know what else to do and I'm in a rush or I don't really care and I'll just use it, or it's just for my purposes, or I'm going to sell it on or whatever. Or you'll spend time honing it. But then what is happening is you're honing something that's already done. So it's like someone giving you, you go to a restaurant, okay, and you said, I want this meal, and they bring it, no, a burger, right? I want this double cheeseburger, and they bring out the burger, and you go, oh, I don't want the onions. Okay, we'll take the onions off. Oh, I wanted a different type of bread. Oh, well, this is the only bread we got. Oh, I wanted the burger to be more rarer or more cooked and all these things. But if you start off at the start, like you're building the burger now, you have much more control. And I know with AI, you can easily attack the solution and get it to change. But if you're worried about using or overuse of tokens or API and all of that, you're going to expend through your resources and what you got at a really, really quick rate. But if you approach it step by step, stage by stage, I've said it 50 times now probably, you will surprise yourself, but you will keep surprising yourself, my friends. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. It's how I like to build my code snippets and solutions for you, your clients, and your businesses. Take care, see you soon. Bye.